Hi everyone, welcome to Wicked Teen. I'm Brianna Borghi.
And I'm Daniel Pavlovsky.
We have a great show planned for you this evening. We have Jared doing some comedy for us, as well as TLC's Sondra Celli. And later we will be joined by Jared and Tyler, who are two of YBA's newest hosts.
Yeah.
How are you doing today, Daniel?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing pretty well. Finally, the weather's cleared up.
Yeah, the weather
and
is
I
great.
could not be happier. As long as it's warm outside,
Exactly.
it's fine by me.
Yeah, I was Boston earlier today and last evening, and it's starting to really pick up, especially in light of what happened 2 weeks ago.
I think it's great that Boston is so strong and has been able to get back up on our feet and persevere through this.
Yeah, and I mean, YBA went down to Boston and we took a look at the memorial, and let's take a look at that. So signs, flowers, and sneakers line Copley Square to honor victims of the Boston Marathon bombings. Hundreds of people visited the memorial this past weekend to pay their respects. The city is considering plans for a permanent memorial. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's great that the city is so dedicated to creating a memorial for all of the victims, because this event really did touch every single person in the Boston area, and having this memorial will be a great thing for Boston, I think.
I absolutely agree. I really hope that they do make a permanent memorial there, because it's the 9/11 for Boston. I mean, all the adults always say how they remember exactly where they were when that first plane struck the Twin Towers. Where were you when the bombs went off in the marathon?
I definitely agree with you, and I think I'll always remember that I was at the movie theater in Legacy Place with my friends watching a great movie. I was really enjoying myself, and then my friend got a notification on her phone, and we really couldn't believe it. We couldn't even focus on the movie anymore. It was really tragic. And where were you?
I was at home alone, and I had just finished practicing some music, and I went upstairs, flipped open my computer, kind of like you, and I saw a few notifications on my Facebook feed saying, "What's going on in Boston? 2 explosions in Boston, water explosion in Boston." And I mean, I don't trust anyone on my Facebook profile.
I mean, you never know.
And I go onto the 3 different news websites. No one has any conclusive evidence. I automatically go look for the live feed, because I know the marathon always shows the finish line live feed.
Right.
And there, it was just empty. I saw a few cop cars and then just a ghost town there.
And you would never see it empty at the Boston Marathon
Never.
finish line if nothing was going on. So it was definitely clear that there was something really tragic that had occurred.
It's a tragic thing, especially for something like the Boston Marathon, a tradition in Boston for so many years, and it's really a global thing. I mean, how many countries we have come here? It's great for our city. The hotels, the restaurants, they all love it. They all they almost need it once a year, because it's a real push for the economy around here.
That's very true. I agree with you.
And I feel like for somebody to want to kind of destroy that on such a great day, and so many lives hurt, so many lives are both in ruins and indescribable, of course. I mean, so many lives changed after this.
I mean, it was such a soft target that someone would go to the Boston Marathon not to cheer on the runners who have prepared for a year, 2 years, 3 years, however long, to really just destroy everything that they've worked for. It's really heartbreaking.
I'm familiar with, I'm a dancer, and I know a girl that's in her mid-20s in Needham. She dances in Needham Street in a studio, and she lost her leg.
Actually, that's very interesting that you bring that up, because my social studies teacher is actually very friendly with her as well. So I know that she was really touched by this. But I also think that the news is following her story, because she's such an inspirational figure, and she is determined that she will be able to be back on her feet dancing again as soon as possible.
And I think once she does, it'll be kind of a sign of hope and a great message to all Boston that, you can mess with us, but we're Boston strong.
Exactly.
So let's lighten up the mood right now. We're going to go to YBA's own new correspondent, Jared, who also has a great talent. He's an awesome comedian, and he's going to do a little rant for us right now.
I've heard.
So let's take it to Jared.
Hi, I'm Jared. Just want to talk about what I believe is one of the most revolutionary inventions of the past couple of years. I think most of us have seen this little guy. This is the wax vac. This has replaced the incredibly complicated procedure of taking a Q-tip, sticking it in your ear and cleaning it. Now you can use this thing, the wax vac. So what you do is you basically stick this in your ear and you turn it on with this little switch here, and you stick it in your ear, and this will suck out any debris that you may have in your ear. Now, this comes with a few things. Let me just read to you a little bit about this. First of all, before you use it, you have to stick on one of these ear cleaning devices, which I just dropped. Let me just show you one of these little rubber components, which you stick on this thing to protect your ear. And it comes in many different colors. They come in blue and green and red, so you can pimp out your wax vac the way that you want to. It doesn't have to be like everybody else's. Let me read you a couple of the things that are actually on the package here. So first of all, it says there's a safety guard on this which prevents the tip from entering too far into your ear, which is it's this part right here. But luckily, this can be removed. So if you do want to stick this too far into your ear, you're more than welcome to. So at least they were smart and gave you that option should you want to ruin your eardrums. Let's see. It also comes with a handy examining light, which you can see on the back right here, just in case you want to look into your own ears while you're using this. Don't really know how you're supposed to do that, but that's what it's there for. Let's see, what else have we got here? The people on this package, can we get a close-up of this package here? These people are way too happy to be using this new invention, especially this guy right here. Look at that guy. It's like this guy's always just had such a bummer time using cotton swabs and Q-tips, and now he's just so happy. He's just jamming out. He's about to go to a party. He's so excited to be using this. Let's see, what else have we got? Oh, comes with some directions on the back. It says, be sure to read the enclosed instructions thoroughly and retain for future reference, just in case you forget how to do this. It's very complicated, so you want to keep the directions in case you don't remember how to do that. Or this, it's got two switches, so you definitely want to keep those directions. It also gives a couple of caution messages here. This is an exact line that's printed on the back of the package. It says, caution, syringing should not hurt. If you experience pain in your ear or dizziness while syringing, ... stop ... and contact your physician, because that means that it's sucking your brain out, and you don't want that. You don't want it to suck your brain out. So, I mean, you obviously want this. This is something you need in your house. It also, they make a point on the front to say, this is not a toy, but what if you buy this and then your kid wants to dress up as, like, I don't know, a futuristic police officer who shoots aliens? Guess who doesn't have to go out and buy a fake ray gun now? You've already got one right here. So yes, it is a toy, actually. So I mean, if you know the value of $1, you obviously want to go out and get one of these and order it from TV, especially because you'll get two for the price of one, as you do with most of these things. So that's my rant for the day. I'm Jared Greif, and I'm done now.
Thank you so much, Jared. That was great. I don't know if I'll be going out and buying myself a wax vac anytime soon, but we'll see if that's in my future. Now, I bet you didn't know that the dress designer for My Big Fat American Gypsy Wedding on TLC is located right here in Waltham on Moody Street. We were lucky enough to have the opportunity to go to Sondra Celli's store and take a tour there, and we have that for you now.
Celli, welcome to my store. Let me show you around a little bit. This is a new wedding dress we just made, and it's all made out of different veils. So I have these veils and I collect them, and I thought it would be really interesting to make a textured dress with all different veils. And this is all Swarovski crystal, all worked into the pattern of the veil. This part is a veil that's all beaded onto the front of the dress. And I love to do things that are really unique, and I can never make this dress again twice because I would never have the same veils. On the other hand, we also work for gypsies. So this is a gypsy wedding dress. Gypsy wedding dresses are usually really, really full. A dress like this weighs about 79 or 80 pounds. And it is broken down into 5 different skirts underneath so that we can actually ship it to the gypsies who mostly don't live here in Massachusetts. So something like this for a gypsy, and the girls are really young, they're usually 15 or 16 or 17. This is a really heavy dress, and this is a typical gypsy wedding dress, covered in crystal and really full. We also did the veil for this particular one, and we put their initials interlocked into a heart to do something a little unique. And the difference with gypsies and the original dress I showed you is that gypsies love color. The average American girl is pretty drab. They love white, black, brown, gray. But gypsies, everything is bright and pop. The other thing we do is some evening wear. This one could actually be for the average person or a gypsy, either one. We'd have to bling it up a little bit more if it was for a gypsy though. But this is all peacock feathers, and these are called burnt coke feathers, and this is a metallic silk that we overlaid over a solid fabric so that you could get the effect of something iridescent and a little bit of glitter without killing it with rhinestones, because the rhinestones make everything very expensive. The other thing we did is, this one's really cool. We had some jewelry around, and we took it and broke it up and put it into parts and messed around with a lot of things that were around in the room and came up with a real artsy top, which I love, and leather flowers and crystal flowers and things like that. So sometimes I look around the room and I think a little bit of this and a little bit of that in the kitchen sink, and we put it together and it becomes something awesome. And we also work for children. Do a lot of work for children. Children love bling, especially little girls. And our favorite thing that little girls love are rhinestone shoes. And all our baby shoes are done on the bottom too, because you want to see them coming and going. You don't want to have just shoes that just pretty plain on the bottom. And everyone needs a crystal pacifier. You can't go around with a plastic pacifier. Gotta have crystal. Lots of bling. We do lots of communion dresses. We have some here on display. We can add bling or deduct bling, and that's what makes the price. But mostly little girls usually come in here and want to add more bling. I could hand out rhinestones in baggies and they'd be happy. We do a lot of christening work. We make things in different colors, or we make them in all white. Depends what people want. A lot of times people bring us their old wedding dress or their train from the dress or their veil from the dress, and we cut it and make it into a christening dress or a christening bed. So we're real versatile here. We just did a wrestler. We just worked for a swim team. We just worked for an Irish step dancer. So we pretty much run the gamut design-wise. So I have a really good time every day, and I'm a really lucky girl because